Hey, hi, welcome to day 13 of this Python series. Today, I have to give some interview questions on for loops and basically more than questions, I will give you some of the programs that they can be asked in the interviews based on these for loops. So for that, first you need to understand for loop or what is for loop, and before that you need to know conditional statements also. So these are they're combination. So whenever we are writing some programs, these are the building blocks, or these are some of the basic things that we need to know. I was saying you guys while explaining if and conditional statements to write some programs. Now we will write some programs and we'll talk about the interview questions that they can ask on these for loops. Basically, they will definitely not ask definitely on for loops. Every program consists of these loops or conditional statements. So these are some of the building blocks. So these are the ones where they will create logic, right? For that, you need to understand. So if you start from fundamentals, it will be very good for you. So mostly this video will be some simple interview theoretical questions, then will be programs, right? So without any delay, let's start. So the first thing that you can know, you need to know what is for loop. What is for loop? So this is the one question you need to know. So basically, the for loop is used to it used to iterate of no over a sequence. Okay, over a sequence. Sequence is nothing but there will be couple many numbers, a range of numbers. Okay, so at the time you use this for loop. So it can be used on lists and set. You can use it on strings. Okay, so on these data types, you can use this for loop. Now, another thing you need to know is what is the difference between this for loop and difference between for and while. So the key difference is for loop you use when you know the range. Okay, when you know the starting point and ending point. Basically, when you know the iterations, you use for loop. Okay, you use while loop. So you don't when your iteration should be on the logic. Okay, so it should be this condition while loop will be used on purely on condition is based on logic. Okay, so if the condition is based on logic, then you use this while loop. If condition is based on logic, that's it. So this is the one thing. And now let's see, can we use I mean, like I have explained about range, right? So they may ask, can a for loop run without a range function? Without range, you have to say yes, it can run. We can use for loop without range also. So why? Because you can use this on lists, sets, strings without range. So basically, what range will do? Again, they will ask what range will do. So what is the significance of range? What is the range? So basically, this range will give you a sequence. Okay, it will give you a sequence from starting and ending. Okay, so it will give a sequence to iterate. So without this also we can use the for loop. That's the one thing we need to say. So okay. Now another important thing you need to know is, so what is nested loop? Okay. What is nested loop? So in the name only it's there. Loop inside loop. Okay. So loop inside loop. So this is a difference between this is what nested loop means. Okay. So you have to understand this. Next we have, so we can, yeah, that's it. So also they may ask, can for loops run without continue? Run without continue? Of course, we can use. Okay, so we can use for loops without continue on break also. And they may ask now, so then what is the significance of break? What is the use of continue and break? Okay, continue and break. Okay, So they will ask continue will skip the iteration. Okay, it will skip the current iteration and move to next iteration. Okay, it will skip the current iteration and move to next iteration, but break will break the loop. Okay, so loop will be ended. Okay, it will not execute it further. Okay, so that's the end. So you, next you will not enter into the for loop itself. So continue is not like that. It will skip that iteration and it will move on to next iteration. So these are the, and they might ask a difference between a break and continue. So you should be able to answer this question. I hope you understood this. Now these are some of the theoretical questions then that you can be asked. So yeah. So also one more question they will ask: can for loop used can be for loop you used with while? Okay, with oh not while with else. Yes. This is a yes, we can use. So how it will be like, so the else block runs if loop completes without break. Okay, so else block will, what will happen? It will run. Okay, if the loop completes without break. So if it's keep on executing and if there is no break after this execution of this for loop, else block will get executed. Basically, it is called as for else in Python. There is no this kind of available syntax in other programming languages, but it is there in Python. Okay. So these are some of the theoretical questions. So now quickly move on to the programming questions that they can ask, and that even though if interviewer is not asking, you should know, right? So you should know how to work with for loops. So you can see. So I will create a new file or else. So there are some couple of ways to create new files. If you are new to this video, if you don't know how to create, I mean, see, it's a simple. Okay, so I have explained when I was explaining how to install VS Code and how to set up a Python binary and how to start writing the code in Python. So if you don't know, go and watch that video. It's a simple way. You can click on this file, you can go to this new file, or else you can open folder, I mean in which folder you want to write the Python programs, or else you can simply click here, Control N. Okay, so you can click here and you can save this as a control as, okay, for loop interview. Okay, for loop interview dot py. So you just basically save this. I mean, you can see here, you can see the path here. So that is desktop, OneDrive desktop, and I'm saving this, right? So you can see in this way in which location my file is getting stored. Save and start writing. So first thing you have to do is every time when you are writing some new programs, first write the basic program that is hello world. So if you have any errors, you will get here only, so that you can solve those errors and you can write your program. So a lot of time will be saved. If I run this, I should get hello world. So if I am not getting that, then obviously there is some issue with my installation. So you can recheck that. So this thing you need to do. Now let's write some Python programs that we need to know, and how to iterate through, how to check with the iterations of this for loop. So excuse me. So the first question they can ask, I mean, usually first you start writing programs. So write a sequence of numbers from 1 to 5. Okay, so for this, so basically I'm talking about for loops without any delay thing. First initialize a number that equal to 5. Let's take 5. So what they're asking, they want from 1 to 5. Okay, take for loop var I in, for this let's use range. Okay, you have to use range function. Range, where you need to start, you need to start with 1. Okay, then till what iteration? So the question is being asked in write a sequence of numbers from 1 to 5. Okay, so my last value need to be 5, but if you use this number, what will happen? So it will iterate till 5. Okay, it will not include 5. For that, you just add plus 1 to this. Okay, now it will iterate till 6 and it will not include 6. Okay, now print I. That's it. So if you run this, you need to get the sequence of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If suppose I want them in a single line, what you will do? For that you can use print I, comma, end equal to space. Okay, you give a space. Basically it will not move into next line, it will print in the same line. See, to print in a same line you can use this end. Okay, after your variables or whatever. So if you want to continue in the same line, you can use end equal to space or whatever you want. You not only space, you can give some anything, some character. See, it will one a name, two a name, three names. So basically use space. So that's it. So that's a good way. That is, so this is a simple one. So let's see some logical. Okay, now it's a basic program they can ask. Now let's see. So if wait, let me explain this how it will work. So basically, I am taking my for loop. So it will start with I as 1. So this is a start. In a range, this is a start. Okay, this is the end, and the next one will be the step. Okay, so the next one will be the step. That will we will write a program on next. Okay, now it will start with I equal to 1. In the first iteration, it will print I, that is 1, and it will print space, and it will go to next iteration. So I is equal to 2 now. So first I equal to 1. Okay. Now it will print, okay, it will print 1 space, 1 space, next, it will, 1 will be incremented, 1 will become 2, so 2 will be printed here. Now 2 will get incremented, that will become 3, and 3 will be printed here, 3 and space. Now 3 will be get incremented, it will become 4. Okay, it will become 4, and you will print here 4 and space. So again 1 will be incremented, that will be 5. So 5. Okay, so 5. Now 5 will be printed here, 5 and space. But num plus 1, that is num is 5. Till 5 it will come. So 5 plus 1 till 6 actually this range function is 1 comma 6. Okay, so for your sake, I will give here. Basically, this for loop is getting executed from 1 to 6. In between 1 and 6, that is including 1, excluding 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be the final answer. See, this is the final answer. So next we'll see another question. So another beautiful question on this for loop. So write a program to check a number is even or odd. Okay, so even or odd. From odd in range 1 to 10. Basically, so what you have to do, so you need to write a program to print the even numbers from 1 to 10. So including 10. Let's write a program for including 10, or else, so what will happen? So let's do that. So let's take, what is my last number? Num equal to 10. Okay. Now for I in range of, you will start with 1 comma 1 comma. If I use number, what will happen? We will see the first. Okay. And see, now I'm including conditional statements. See, the first program is only with for loop. Now I'm using conditional statements. If I percentile by 2 equal to 0. Okay. Print, I will print the I, and it's a, okay, I, and it's a even number, even. Okay. Now let's run this. 2, it's a even number. 4, it's a even number. 6, it's a even number. 8, it's a even number. Now how this program is getting executed? First, I will take I value as 1. And see, you cannot see 10 here. In the output, you cannot see 10 here. It is missing because it is excluding 10. To include 10, what we need to do? Let's use num plus 1. Now, if we run this, see, 10 is a even number. Okay, this is the one thing. Okay, I hope you understood why I'm using plus 1, because this number will not be included. It will be excluded. So to include that, just increment plus 1 and include that. Okay. So this 11 will not be considered now. So my range will take basically 1 comma 11. This is a range till 11. 11 will be excluded. 10 will be included. Now, in the first iteration, value is 1. So, in the first iteration, value is 1. So, 1 percentile by 2 equal to 0. 1 percentile by 2. Okay, 1 percentile by 2 equal to 0. Is this condition is true? Basically, what this modulus operator will do. So, this is modulus operator we call. So, it will return the remainder. Okay, it will return the remainder. Okay, so 1 percentile by 2. So, what is the remainder? 1 by 2. The remainder will be 1 itself, like one only, right? So one, if you to use one, like something, it's something like that. So something 1 divided by, so 2. So usually you will get 0 as a quotient. Okay, equal to 0. Quotient will be 0. But if you take the remainder will be 1 itself. Okay, so it is not equal to 0. If the remainder is equal to 0, it's an even number. Or else it's not an even number. Take any number. Okay, let's take an example of 10 is a 10 percentile by 10 divided by 2. First to 10 divided by 2. Okay, 10 divided by 2. What will be the output? 10 divided by 2, you will get the output will be 5. Okay, remainder will be 0. So, remainder will be 0, right? So, in that way, whatever numbers that will give remainder as 0, they will be considered as a even numbers. I hope you understood. So, now this condition is false. So, it will not enter into this condition itself. You can write a else condition. You can write a else condition here and print number is not a palindrome. Number is not an even number, or else number is a odd. Okay, it's a odd number. Okay, it's a odd number. Now let's print this. See, 1, it's an odd number. 2, it's a even number. So this is how this condition works. Take every value 1. In the first condition it will be 1, next condition it will be 2, next condition it will be 3, next condition it will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so till 10 it will iterate. Okay, and it will check whether the number is the remainder is 0 or not. If the remainder is 0, it is considered as even number. If the remainder is 1 or something else, then it is considered as a odd number. This is the simple logic that I have written. So okay, this is done. So okay, to check even or odd numbers in a given range. Now another question that you can expect is one simple question. So they will give a range. Okay, they will give n is equal to 10. So or else uh, number equal to 5. Okay, they will ask you to sum all the values till 5. Okay, so you need to basically find the sum of numbers till 5. Okay, sum of all the numbers. What will be the output we need to print now? The output should be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Okay, what is the output? 9, 10, 15, right? So this is 5, 5 plus. So it's a totally you need to get 15 as a output. So the output should be 15. Now, how you will implement the logic? So did he you need to ask interviewer. So see, if you include 0, if you doesn't include 0, again the output will be 15 only. So that you need to understand, right? So even if you don't include 0, if you include 0, the final output will be 15. It won't be a big thing, right? So take a for loop for I in range of till num. If you use num, it will not include 5. So you need to include num plus 1. So num plus 1. Okay. Now see, here you have num5. Where you will store this sum? For that, take a variable sum equal to 0. You have to store this answer. Okay. The sum 1 equal to 0. Okay. Now Now someone plus someone equal to someone plus I. Okay, this is the one way. Or else you can write this as a someone plus equal to 1. This is, sorry, I. So this is also another way. So you just use, as a beginner, you just practice this, and then you can slowly you can improve your code. Okay, now at last, you will print someone. That's it. You will print someone. So how it is working, I will explain. See 15, the output, expected output we got. See, I haven't given the starting range. So what it will do? It will by default start with 0 only. If you want, you can print here I value itself. Okay, let's print I, and you can see here, see 0, 1, 2. It started with 0. If you say I want to start with 1, it will start with 1 itself. See, if I run now, see, it will start with 1. See, in the first thing, it has included 0. When I executed next time, it has started with 1. Why I started with 0? See, it doesn't matter in this program. Or else you can start with 1, no problem. So, no, this will be the final output. How it will work? It will start with 1. Okay, it will start with 1. And here let's just, it's printing the I value, so let's comment this. Now someone is already 0. Okay, someone is already 0. What will happen? So someone that is 0, someone will be someone equal to z someone. 0 is there, plus what is the first value? 1. Now the output will be 1. Okay, in someone I have 1. In the next iteration, someone equal to, what is the someone previously? That is 1, plus what is the I value now? In the second iteration, the value will be 2. 1 plus 2, it will be 3. Okay, it will be 3. Right. In the next iteration, now someone will be again will be equal to, that is 3 plus 3. Right. 3 plus 3. The output will be 6. In the next iteration, someone equal to, so wait, let me comment this. Someone equal to 6 plus 4, which is 10, right? Which is 10. The last iteration, it will use someone equal to someone that is already there, 10, plus the I value will be 5. So 5, the output will be 15. This is what here happening, we can see. So this is what it's happening in the every iteration. Okay, so at last I'm printing the sum one, that is 15. So this is how you can sum till the given number. No matter whether which number he has given, if he has given a 10, a 20, same logic will work. No need to worry about anything. Now let's see some other questions that they can be asked. So factorial of a number they will ask. So this is the one of the good question. Factorial factorial of a number. Okay. First, you need to understand what is factorial of a number. So factorial is nothing but, so whatever the number that they have given, you are going to multiply the numbers till 1. Okay, so if suppose they have given 2, you will multiply till 1. So 2 into 1, 2, and you will add that to the next. So let's take 3. So, okay, the factorial will be first 3 star 2. Okay, then you will sum that with star 1. Okay, so there is no sum bundle. Okay, just you will multiply till 1. Okay, so let's take 4. The factorial will be 4 star 3 star 2 star 1. Okay, so this is what? Okay, this is the factorial of a number. What is the output? For 3 is a 6, 6 2 is a 12. Okay, 12 is a 12. Okay, so if you take 5, just 5 star. 5 4s are 20, 23, 60, 6 2s are 120. Okay, so this will be the output. Okay, so basically that's what you're doing here. Okay, so you take a number, so he will ask factorial of a number. Okay, let's take factorial of n equal to number equal to 5. Now you need to have a variable to store this result. Okay, so to store this result you need to have a variable fact equal to 1. Why I am using this 1? Because see, so when you add this uh, with the result, okay, when you multiply, so you will, whatever number you take, it will be the same number whatever you have taken. 5 1, it will be 5. 6 into 1, 6 multiply with 1, 6. 100 multiply with 100 only. But if you take 0, what will happen? You will get 0. Your number will predominantly will becoming 0 0 0 0. So remember one thing, whenever you are doing some additional operations, summing up the numbers, use the whatever the result variable that you are declaring as 0. If you are doing multiplication operations, use the result variable as a 1. Here I am using fact. So any variable, so that variable can be anything, that you keep it as a 1. That's a good, that's a way you need to follow. If you use 0, your output will be 0 only. Okay, now use range for I in range. So we'll start with the 1. Okay, so I don't want 0. So till whatever the num plus 1. Okay, now what you'll do, fact equal to fact star I. That's it. So print fact. What will be the output? 120 should be the output. The already I have explained how 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, now if I run this, see 120. So I hope it's visible. If I run this, 120. Okay. So this is the best program. So I will explain also. See how it works. First you will take one. Okay. So first you will take one. So here what will happen? Fact will be updated with fact star fact multiply with I, that is 1. First the value will be 1. Okay, the result will be, what is the fact already by 1 star 1, that is 1 only. Okay, now in the second iteration, now 1 star, the I value got incremented, so the output will be 2. And in the third iteration, the now fact is 2. 2 star 3, that equal to 6. And in the fourth iteration, factorial value is 6. Okay, 6 updated. 6 star, the value that I value that is incremented from 3, it is 4. 6 4 is 24, equal to 24. The next iteration, let's take, that is 24 star 5. So what will be the output? 120. So that's it. Every iteration, this is getting updated. You can make it as a C. So you can, instead of writing this fact star I, you can use fact star equal to I. That is also fine. So this is a one simple way. But as a beginner, follow the previous one, whatever I said. So follow this itself. It will be, for now, it is good. So this is how this iterations works in this factorial of a number. Most probably you can get a this question. Okay, you might not get the previous question, but these questions definitely will be asked in the interviews. So next, other programs that we can use is, so yeah, so these are some of the questions. So let's, some people may ask for reversing a string. So reversing a number, so not string, sorry. So reversing a number. So for reversing a string also you can use for loop. So basically, so there is a sky is the limit for these for loops and working with for loops. So to master this for loop, so we have a good programming exercise, that is star pattern. So if you go through star patterns, if you work on star patterns, you will become a good programmer. I will make a one video on patterns and I will give you a trick to solve these patterns. Okay, so it will be very good. For now, this much is good. So you have to work on a lot of programs. So work on like so I will give some exercise, reverse a number. So okay, reverse a number, and take a program like so checking a number is prime or not. Checking a number is prime or not. So you can take a program like uh, pattern. So that pattern programs already have taken is set. So practice and programs and patterns, programs on patterns. Okay, so yeah, so this is how we can find these for loops are very useful. So I want to explain about prime number. So let me explain this prime number. I will myself explain this prime number because other programs are quite okay. But prime number is one thing you need to understand. So first you need to understand what is prime number. So I will write let's take a number. So number equal to 7. Is it a prime number or not? So basically prime number is the number will be considered as a prime number if it is divisible by 1 and itself, and it is not divisible by any other numbers. Okay, let's take a 6. Okay, 6 is divisible by 1, 6 is divisible by 2, 6 is divisible by 3, and 6 is divisible by itself also. But 7 is not like that. 7 can only be divisible by 1 and 7. Okay, so this is the one example, and 3 is also a prime number, and 2 is also a prime number, and 5 is also a prime number. So there are some prime numbers. Okay, for now, let's see the whether to check whether the given number is prime or not. Okay. First, let's take a count variable as 0. Why I'm taking this count variable as, so if the count is exceeded, if the count is more than 2, I can consider that as a non-prime number. If the count is less than or equal to, basically 2, equal to 2. Okay, so if the count is equal to 2, then I will consider that number as a prime number. So start for loop for I in range of, so start with the 1 and till n number plus 1. Okay, whatever the number that I have taken, till that you iterate, and then what you will do, if, okay, that number percentile by I equal to 0. Okay, increment the count. Okay, count plus equal to 1, else that's it. So that's it, don't do any other things, that is enough. No need for else condition. Just if the number percentile by, basically if the remainder is equal to 0, which means it is divisible by that number, right? So let's take 1. So 7 by 1. Okay, so obviously, so the remainder will be, if you use 1 7 is a 7, so the remainder will be 0. If you take 2, the remainder will, you will get remainder as a 1, 2, 3 is a 6, 7, 6, 7 minus 6, it will be 1. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm basically doing division if you are getting confused. So basically division, whatever the remainder, so this modulus operator will store the remainder. Okay, so now you will increment the count. Now again you will use the if condition, again you will use the if condition, and you will check count. If count equal to 2, print prime. Okay, it's a prime, else prime, else not a prime. Okay, else, okay, print not a prime. Okay, that's it. See, oh, what is this? Print not a prime. That's it. So if I run this program, the output should be it's a prime, right? See, it's a prime number. You can see here. Okay, so I explained prime number also. Basically, this will be asked in the interviews. So many companies will ask this prime number. Okay, so there are other ways to solve this prime. I mean, this is a basic way, and they will ask you to do some work on this uh, reducing the time complexity and all. For that, so for now, just go through this prime number, and once you get comfortable with these for loops and while loops and all, then you can think about time complexity and space complexity, all those things. They are when you are on top. Okay, you know everything, and then we can think about that. For now, just to know how to write a simple code for a prime number program. So already have given some exercises, and I will put my GitHub repo. Okay, so I will put my GitHub repo link in the description. So where I will have a readme file, or else I will have a folder which basically have the interview questions for this for loop. Okay, so go and see that repository, and the answers for these programs, whatever I have given here, and also I will add some more programs in that repository. Work all those programs, and you'll become a very good programmer, and you'll get a good understanding on this for loops. So thank you for watching till now. I hope it really helped you. And if you find it useful, share this with your friends, and help me to reach more people. And we'll see you in the next video. Until then, see you. Tata. Bye bye. Take care.